Now, we all know these actors, or rather actor-vists, for the most part, don't actually believe anything they say. They'll flip-flop for whatever team has the jobs. They'll say whatever they're told to say, they'll do whatever they're told to do. And the same pretty much goes for corporations like Disney. They'll put up pride flags and all that, but they're full of shit. Why people don't see that they're full of shit, I don't know. But they'll minimise John Boyega on a poster. They'll remove lesbian kisses, and they'll cover up Chadwick Boseman's face. For who? China. And these activists, they'll go along with it. They'll keep their mouths shut about China, even after coming out against them in the past. So if we take Simu Liu, Shang-Chi China release unlikely in wake of unearthed comments by star Simu Liu, the Eternals hopes in question. And he isn't the first guy that's went to work for Disney and now he keeps his mouth shut. The same goes for Chloe Zhao. She said shit about China and all, so that's why the Eternals isn't getting released in China either. And that's why I don't take these people seriously one bit. But let's get into this anyway. The prospects for Disney Marvel's Shang-Chi getting a China release date are dwindling. This is in the wake of comments originally made by star Simu Liu in 2017, which resurfaced this week and have made waves on Chinese social media. In a 2017 interview with CBC, the Canadian-born actor referenced his parents telling him of conditions under communist rule and referring to China as a third world country where people were dying of starvation. So he says this shit, but he's working for a company where China is Disney's overlords. So that's why you won't hear anything out of him anymore. Because he's been told by his employers to keep his mouth shut on China. Because they've got to keep China happy. And of course, it ain't working in their favour. Because China know that they're being pandered to. And, well, this is probably the reason why Shang-Chi isn't being released in China. The same with Eternals. But this is who Disney's working for. They're working for a communist government. So they're scared of any of their actors saying anything. Because they're full of shit. And it still baffles me no one sees it. It's like Disney will come and lecture us in the West. But then when it comes to China, it's, oh no, take that stuff out. While it was already iffy that Shang-Chi would get a Middle Kingdom date, the market has been stingy of late. Its fate may now be sealed. The Chinese government and the propaganda department, which oversees film, have shown themselves to be mercurial, to say the least. Recall that years-old comments made by Chinese-born Chloe Zhao appeared to kibosh the release of her Oscar-winning Nomadland. Initially, Zhao was heralded in the Middle Kingdom for her accomplishments, but as soon as her comments reappeared, sentiment turned the other way. And the same with her, you don't hear her saying anything bad about China, even though she has in the past. A question mark has been hanging over Zhao's Marvel title The Eternals, and the current brouhaha with Lee makes it seem likely the film will not be approved. However, it remains an open question as to whether the government of Zhao would attempt to rehabilitate the situation. Disney, whose Black Widow has also lingered on the shelf and is not expected to be released theatrically in China, is not the only studio facing difficulty times in the world's currently largest box office market. Although Free Guy was granted a release and has done bang-up business, 67 million to date, the powers that be have been holding off with access over the past few months. Pre-Free Guy, the last Hollywood movies allowed were back in May and June. I think that was Fast and Furious 9. And this isn't just Disney. This is like Hollywood in general. All of Hollywood pander to China, to the Chinese communist government. And it's like, why are people listening to the likes of Simu Liu or Chloe Zhao if they can't even stick to their fucking guns? It's like they'll say some shit and then they'll go and work for the fucking underlings and they'll shut their mouths. I wonder why that is. Could it be money? But that's what I'm saying. These activists, they don't care about what they actually say. They just say it so people it's virtue signaling, and it's because they've been told to. And that goes for whatever shit they spew, whether it be feminism or anything like that. They don't actually believe it. Maybe some of them, but the majority of them are just saying what certain people want to hear. Not what the majority of people want to hear. That's for fucking sure. But that's why they're not to be taken seriously ever. Because they'll never stand by anything they say. They'll come out and they'll talk about representation and all that. You think you're just trying to get a job. That's all you're doing. You're not doing anything else other than that. But Disney are definitely messing up on this front anyway. They keep hiring people that have said shit about China, and then it really shafts them. Because Hollywood at this point rely quite a lot on the Chinese market. Even though Disney gets like 25% of the profits. That's all they get. So the Chinese government are taking most of the money when it gets released in China. They're basically getting nothing. 25%, 75% goes to China. So that's why everything they do, they'll sit and they'll say shit to us, or you're all racists. They'll say shit to the audience and all that. When it comes to China, it's, oh no, we can't say that to them. Even though the fucking shit that's going on over there. I just don't understand how people listen to the likes of Disney and like cheer them on. And how can you not realise that? No, why are they taking it out in China? Well, it's because they're full of shit. But these people will just suck the devil's dick, I guess. I'm guessing that's what it is. So I mean, Disney, and all the other companies that put pride flags in their Twitter profile pictures. It's like, we all know you're full of shit, and you're on a sinking ship. You'll pander to China. You'll come back and you'll accuse everyone of being horrible people, just not realizing who your customer actually is. You're opting for these flaky guys that they'll cheer on shit like, well, the Eternals. That's probably going to be terrible, I'm guessing. I can't see anything. I can't see anything good coming out of the Eternals, other than some good roasting material. And the likes of Disney and all, they talk all this diversity stuff. Have you actually seen who, like, the CEOs and everything like that, the CFOs and all that sort of stuff? Not very diverse in that department, are they? So when they're coming here and lecturing us while not fucking doing the shit that they're not doing what they preach, then why am I going to take you serious? Because they don't care. They don't care about anything they say. What is funny about it is this is costing them money. Where you'd think, oh, well, they're doing it for money. But it's like they're losing a lot of people by the way they act. And that's why I think it is they're just committed to this sinking ship. They're just the captains that want to go down with the ship. Maybe some of them are scared of something, I don't know. Or they're fucking up to something. Not to go all conspiracy, but that could be a thing. They could be up to something. But yeah, I wouldn't take any of these when they say stuff, just make a mockery of them. Because it's like half the time, like 9 times out of 10, they're not actually committed to what they're saying. It's just like, oh, well, I've got to say this because at the moment, the companies I want to work for require this of me. So when you see all these woke Hollywood elites, they're not. You think, no, you're just holding up the mask on your face that you're fucking full of shit, and we know you're full of shit. They just don't know that we know they're full of shit. I mean, there's hardly any actors I actually respect. There's a few, but there's not compared to the amount of arseholes that I'm just like, I don't like that guy. generally the ones that everybody likes are the ones that are like, they don't like go on about politics and all that. That's generally who people like, because actors that don't go on about their politics, they know what fucking business they're in. They're there to entertain us. That's what they know. That's why they won't act like this, because they're trying to sell something to you. These actors that won't go into politics, they're trying to sell us stuff. That's why they know if they go into that, then they're just alienating people. So people like that are actually smart enough to realise this. Like your Anthony Hopkins and Kurt Russells and Chris Pratts. They stay out of it, and that's why people like them. But I mean, it still keeps kicking on. They want like Chris Pratt dead and all that. They're fucking delusional. They want his character to be killed off of Guardians. It's like almost every couple of months they're going after that guy, and the guy's done fuck all wrong. Other than he went to church. Oh, he goes to church, does he? Really, it's all to do with because he's not a part of their church. Their cult of woke. That's why they go after him so much. And a lot of Hollywood, they just don't realise this customer relationship. It's like when you make a film, the people that are they're your customers. But Hollywood takes it upon themselves to start going, oh, well, we don't want you. You're not good enough for us. It's like, who the fuck are you? That's what's so strange. You go anywhere else, if someone fucking talked to you like that in the shop, they'd be sacked. They'd be sacked. And they've got to realise that no, we're the customers. We're going and paying to see shit. We're the ones paying money out of our pockets. You're just the salesman. You're coming out and you should be promoting your film and trying to sell me on why I should go and see this film. But instead, they waste their time on meaningless fucking words that they spew, representation, diversity. It's like, I don't fucking care. You're trying to sell me something. What's that got to do with a fucking product? Nothing. But they'll continue to do it. And it's the same thing with the like, what's that woman's name? Mags Verzaccio or something, the comic book writer. If you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. And it's like, people will go, oh, well, I won't buy your book then. You fucking idiot. And they wonder why they're not getting paid. It's like, stop fucking doing this shit. It's like, you're trying to sell shit. If you act like this shit, people just go, oh, well, go fuck yourself then. I'll go elsewhere. I'll go back to the 80s and I'll watch all those films. It's like, we've got almost like 100 years worth of shit to watch. So we can easily just go, well, fuck you then. We'll go and watch all this. We're going to watch the shit when it was actually good and fun. Because we're not seeing a lot of fun shit out of Hollywood. I was watching that scene out of Batman, Batman 1989, the bit in the art museum. It's like, you don't get nothing like that anymore. Like fun and entertaining. You don't get shit like that anymore. Now and again, but not as much as you did. So I just don't know what went wrong. They've bent the knee to the woke, and now they're fully committed. So if they want to go down with the shit, let them. That's their problem. But what this does is opens up space for creators that may not be able to get into that space. That's what that does. So then we can get back to the people that are actually talented. But it's the same old in Hollywood. But I think that's all I've got to say on that anyway. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.